Is the mic unmuted?
Test.
Blah, 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 blah. So anyway, there was this guy talking on stage, and people were paying attention, and the lights grew dim, and the stage lights went up, the music came down, the video was recording, we're live streaming, Andrea's walking through the door, we have the speaker outside on blast. We have food. Did you guys see our new sign, freshly printed? We have gourmet patties, beef, chicken, and lentil. Which is vegan. Yeah, lentil, vegan. Where's Yoel? How were they? Exquisite. Exquisite. Right from the exquisite mouth of Yoel. Try them. He has Yoel's exquisite. He sampled his mouth with a lentil gourmet patty. So, welcome everybody. CFTA, Thursday night. It's April 25th. Joe Botelho is hosting. It is his last week as our resident host, so he's going to knock this night out of the park. How was everyone? Everyone good? Comfy? Yeah? You're new. Nice. Welcome. And I am going to do just that by introducing the man, the myth, the Hamilton legend. Round of applause for Joe Botelho!
Man on man love. Guys, thank you. Welcome to the last day of my can't say the word. I'm dumb. My last time hosting. Good riddance, right? Who knows who's gonna host next month? Who wants to host next month? $10. Go on. No, you're definitely not hosting. No. Maybe you'll host. Guys, welcome. This is the open mic. Anyone here for the first time at the open mic? Anyone's first time? Round of applause. First time? Is this your first time at comedy? Yes. Your first time watching comedy?
I like comedy.
Nice. What's your favorite comedian? Who do you like? Eddie Murphy. I like Eddie Murphy. I like it when he says the N-word. Do you like it when he says the N-word? I like it when he says it. All right, it's okay. You can tell me the truth after. So it's open mic. Everyone gets 5 minutes. It's signed up. I light you at 4. At 5 minutes, I'll be right there. At 6, I'll just take the mic off for you guys, okay? And like I said, like I always say, have fun. Try something new. Work on something old. This is where we cut our teeth, literally, on the mic to have fun. To talk a little bit about myself. I never knew how much joy I would get having all my front teeth removed. I am so happy that my wife hates it. My wife refuses to kiss me with no dentures in. Isn't that weird? That's weird. She's like, doesn't want to, doesn't even like talking to me when I have no, I'm at home. This is like my safe space. I should be able to walk around with no teeth and not be judged. But she doesn't even look at me when I have my no teeth in, which is infuriating. But I do like her running away. Like even when I was like making out with her with the teeth in, and then like on the way down, I took them out, and right away she's like, "You put those back in if you want to eat my pussy." And I'm like, would you rather have no teeth? She goes, "No, my Uncle John had no teeth. I don't want to know what that feels like." I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I had to put my teeth in. I'm also finding it weird, like I'm not answering phone calls anymore when I have no teeth in. I'm like looking at the phone, I'm like, I don't feel like putting my teeth in for this guy, which is weird. And I get really upset when I have to, it's like, it must be like how girls, when they take their bra off and they like have to put it back on. Is it like, do you guys hate taking your bras off once or no? You guys like it? Do you like get upset that you have to leave and put it back on? Of course. Yeah, must be like that. I hate that. So my teeth are like a bra. Num 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 num. I had to be careful though, because like I can't really sense stuff with my teeth. So like I was very softly biting her nipples. So just brush your teeth, guys. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. What else do I want to talk about? Yeah, it's weird at work. Like we're getting a lot gayer as it gets hotter. I don't know if there's any LGBTQ in the WXYZ in the audience, but is it heat? Do you feel like you get gayer with heat? Anyone here gay? Any gay people? I'm just trying to make a list. You're gay? Get 'em! So do you get gayer with heat, or is that just like straight men get more comfortable?
I get straighter.
You get straighter with heat? Wow! So you like, is it because you could smell like wet pussy in the air? I don't know what it is with guys. Like we get way gayer with fucking heat. Like I can't even trust myself bending over anymore in front of these guys. Just started grabbing my ass. All right, cool. I'll think of something else. What's in the news? Oh, babbing. You guys know about babbing? I'm trying to do this babbing joke. Babbing. Normally, do you guys know what that is? Babbing is like something new that like young people do now. Women, they put their fingers in their vaginas and dab it on their necks to attract men. That's awesome. You never heard of this? You're young. You never heard of this? I love it, man. The only problem is that I'm not allowed in schools anymore, or else I would love to be experienced babbing. Anyways, all right, guys, I'm going to bring up your first act. Remember, 5 minutes, let you have 4. Fucking have fun. Do whatever you want. Your first comic for the night is Erica Scarf, everybody. Erica Scarf.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight? Woo! Okay. Taking off a bra. Very nice, but something that's a little bit nicer even is actually when I get to take off my leg at the end of the day. It's so satisfying. And actually, someone asked me recently, like, what does that feel like? And this might be like a little bit abstract, but you know when like a 18-wheeler truck is like driving around without its like trailer thing? And you know, like it kind of looks like it's so much faster now, and it's like, it just must be such a relief for the truck driver to take off that trailer, you know? But then also, like, the truck almost becomes, like, completely useless, because now it's just, like... Anyways, do we have any disabled people here tonight? Woo, nice. That's amazing. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm going to tell a lot of disabled jokes. So actually, I recently had a friend tell me they wouldn't date somebody if they were missing their leg. And that kind of hurt my feelings because, like, I'd known him for so long. He knows me, like, on a personal level. And I was like, how come you wouldn't date someone like me? But anyways, I came around and I realized, like, everyone is entitled to their preferences. I have preferences. For example, I would actually have preferred to have 2 legs myself. And a friend that sees me as a human. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I like being disabled. I like myself. But the one thing I don't like about being disabled is all the questions that I get. A question that I get a lot is like, is your boyfriend also disabled? As if it's like a prerequisite. Like we keep it all in the family, you know? Like we have a dating app called Stumble where we all meet each other. But no, my boyfriend is not disabled, so that means we're in an interabled relationship. You know, everything nowadays, like everything has a name. Like I don't know why we couldn't just be like that couple that has 3 legs total, you know? But yeah, there's some adjustments, like, you know, when I moved in with him, I had to ask him to install a grab bar in his shower. And my old ex-boyfriend was disabled, and he already had a grab bar in his shower. But my new boyfriend, he installed that grab bar, and I gotta say, his was like a lot more sturdy. and like a bit bigger. Actually, a lot bigger. And less hairy too, yeah. But yeah, I was in Walmart the other day, and someone approached me, like speaking of questions that I don't like to be asked, they approached me, they're like, chainsaw, and they're looking at my leg, and I was like, no, that's actually like, it's just my leg, you know? And, sorry, and then, yeah, he was like clarifying, you know, no, I was just wondering like what happened, you know, and I was just trying to pick out a Christmas sweater, you know, I wasn't trying to recount my like deepest, darkest trauma, right? But, yeah, so anyways, as the conversation continued, I realized that he was hitting on me, and his opening line was chainsaw ? Because, you know, girls love to hear that their body reminds you of power tools. And the conversation continued, and I let him know I didn't find it like that funny, and I was just trying to like move on. But then he shared with me that he almost cut his own leg off with a chainsaw. So I was like, oh man, this guy doesn't have manners, but he's also a fucking idiot. And and he's like, how different would this conversation be right now if I actually cut my leg off with a chainsaw? And I was like, I think it would be pretty different, because you would know probably that you shouldn't approach a woman in a store and say chainsaw ? But then again, if he had cut his leg off, maybe I would give him the pass, you know, that he would be allowed to say that. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Give it up for Erica, everybody. Nice. We got a lot of people, so I won't take up too much time with my ramblings. Your next guy, you guys buckle up for this next guy. I've known this guy since I started comedy, and it's a wild fucking ride when he's on stage. Put your hands together for Dylan Colney, everybody. Dylan, where are you? Come on. Dylan, Erica was faster than you, just one leg.
Yay for me! You know, I gotta say something. I mean, like, I'm gonna start off with this. Like, I've lived down here in the shit for fucking like 8 years. Like, and this is not even a joke, but it's gonna come up to be a joke. But like, 8 years of fucking just seeing meth smoked so fucking casually. It's just like the guy's like, he's just right there on fucking like next to the chicken and fucking shit. He's just smoking it like this. What's up, man? And I'm like, yo, man, can you just do that somewhere else? But he's like, no, man. So I'm like, all right, fine. Because it's kind of fucked. I mean, like, yeah, I'm an alcoholic, all right? But I don't like to see fucking people smoking crack so fucking casually and meth smoking so casually. Like, that's the thing that you're supposed to, like, hide. You're supposed to hide. You're not supposed to be like, hey, hey, you want to see me smoke crack? Hey, we're smoking crack. You want to see me smoke crack? And I'm like, not really. Well, guess what? I'm doing it anyway. Fuck you. God damn it, man. Like, we get, everything becomes normalized after a certain point in time. And I don't know why shit. Well, like, for example, okay, like, you know there's upper class, lower class, and then whatever, right? I want to have a class where there's, like, just above fucking homelessness. Right? No, come on, no, like, really, like, well, like, I still have a house to live in, but, you know what I mean? But if I lose that shit, I'm fucked. This is why I know that I'm dope. Like, cause I've been at this fucking shit for fucking 20 fucking years. And I'm fucking dope as fuck. I am like better than Chappelle. I am better than fucking Stanhope. I am the best motherfucker you'll ever fucking see. But you know what? Who cares? Bye now.
For Dylan, everybody. Nice. All right, guys. You guys having fun? Good. All right. Okay, your next comic. I'm just gonna be really mushy. I love this woman. I've known her pretty much the whole time doing comedy. You've seen her on TV. You've heard her on the radio. She's amazingly talented and very funny. And one of my closest friends. I love her very much. Put your hands together for Val Cole, everybody.
Because the reason I'm on TV is because I did a Metamucil commercial. That does not.
Good, the commercial. So
What's that?
So tell them the trick.
All right. So I find this very interesting, and I tell anybody who asks, and they don't, but I tell them anyway. So Metamucil, you stir it into the glass on the commercial, and it looks amazing. It's this orange liquid that you're spinning around, and then to find out that glass is filled with vodka and not water, I think is fascinating. And I tell people, he makes fun of me all the time. Joe Botelho for Prime Minister, am I right? Joe Botelho for Prime Minister. I've seen Joe take down the hardest. That too. He has destroyed hecklers, and I would love to see what he does with Trump. I would love that. A little bit about me. Are we all from Hamilton here? Are we all Hamiltonians? Yes? Let's hear it for Hamilton. I think I can say that I am from Hamilton. I've lived here for 15 years. Is that long enough to qualify? Okay. All right, just about. All right, so I am now from Hamilton. I moved here in 2010 from Vancouver, which seems to raise a lot of questions for some reason. People will say, why on earth would you move from a beautiful place like Vancouver to Hamilton? And I say, well, I did it for a very good reason, best reason of all. I think I did it for family, right? Yes, because if you're like me, you would do anything to get away from family. So it's worked out great. They do not come here looking for me. It's been awesome. I'm an older mom. I am 57 years old now. I have a 16-year-old daughter at home, and I am old enough. I should be having a 30-year-old living at home eating my food rent-free, but for some reason it got started later on in life. What are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? I am not with my husband anymore. Long story, he cheated on me, sent me a text message on a Friday night while he was driving to his work conference saying, oh, sweetheart, I miss you so much. I can't wait to see you and spend your birthday together. I know. I was like, oh, except that my birthday isn't for another 5 months. So that's why we are no longer together. And I had tried for years to get pregnant. I tried for years to get pregnant for him. That's what he wanted, because he wanted a kid who looked like him with creepy, wide-apart eyes. That was something he wanted. So it worked out better in the long run. I don't have to look at his face every day now. I just get to enjoy my beautiful daughter. And here's the other benefit. She is Mexican, which is awesome. She is amazing. And, when you have a daughter who is adopted, it raises a lot of questions. People naturally have questions. Erica knows what that's like. You're a little bit different. People have questions. That's cool. When she was a kid, her little friends would come over. They would see me and my daughter together, and they would go, oh, how come she doesn't look like you? Kids, right? Oh my God, they just come right out with it. They're so honest. So I am honest back, and I would say, none of your fucking business, Jesus. I love honesty, but I hate rudeness, and kids today are rude, am I right? Yeah. Yes. So, and their parents would try and be, I don't know, clever, sneaky about it. So they'd say, welcome, welcome, y'all. They would be sneaky and they would say, is her father Hispanic? And I would say, oh, I don't remember. Do not recall. That was a bit of a busy night. People have asked me, does she know? Does she know that she's Mexican? And I say, yes. There came a time when I knew I had to tell her about it. And I remember the day very clearly. It was a beautiful sunny day. She was 7 years old, and she had just finished building my deck. And I said, sweetheart, there's something you need to know. Yes, of course she knows. She doesn't look like me, right? She doesn't have naturally blonde hair. Was that the light, Joe? I think that was the light. All right, I'll tell you one more thing, and then I'll get out of your hair. I work at a retirement community, and one of those 55 plus. Oh, here's one of our. Hi, how are you? I work at a retirement community, 55 plus, and let me tell you, I used to have a fear of death, and now I have a fear of being near people near death. It's old people are terrifying. Women especially, the older they get, the meaner they get. That gray hair, that's not aging, that's their gang color. They roam in packs looking for things to complain about and people to gossip to, and yes, they're quite terrifying. Working with older people has made me appreciate the hard work of kindergarten teachers and prison wardens. They will steal anything. They have the money. They just don't think they should have to pay for it because they have earned it. And people have asked me quite frequently, oh, Val, you're over 55 now. Why don't you move here and live here amongst us? And I say, does the warden live inside the prison? No, he does not. You will murder me in my sleep. I know you will. That's it. Thanks so much, you guys. I'm not as good as he said I was.
Good job, guys. Keep going for Val Cole, everybody. Val Cole, thank you so much. We got audience, boys, girls. Guys, please don't burn the audience. We have audience members here. This is an open mic. We're very excited that you guys walked in. We're very excited, so we're not going to ruin it for you. Are you guys listening, comics? Please don't fucking ruin this with audience members in here. Please be nice. Anyway, so my dick, right? It's, anyways, no, I'll bring up the next comic. Guys, thank you. All right, your next comic, very funny guy. Please take it easy on him. He's been working 12 hours so hard, this guy. Every day, this guy works 12 hours. Oh, wah, wah, wah. Give it up for Greg Dombrowski, everybody. Greg.
Okay. I don't know, it's something about being Portuguese and the heat's killing me. I just want, I don't want to do that. How's everybody? Good? Good. I'm glad. It's been a while. I haven't been back at it. I had a bit of an injury. I work not far from here, and I was thrown from my bicycle. Yes, I ride a bike to work. I was working the afternoon shift. I was going home. I was on the sidewalk. This was on St. Patrick's Day. Right, everybody's out celebrating on St. Patrick's Day. There was a couple guys on the sidewalk. I went off, and then as I was going down, I went back, and I was launched from my bike. Landed, started heaving. The guy rushed over, to see if I was all right. He said, hey, do you need an ambulance? And that's kind of what and he took that as I'm okay, went in and ate his burrito, I'm guessing. And that was it for him. I spent 2 weeks at home in bed. I could barely, I had to get my wife to help me get changed and everything. Oh, it was awful. Family came to visit. My sister, some of your siblings you don't hang out with all the time. My sister came to visit. It was nice. She brought muffins that were a little freezer burned, but she, thought that count, yes. And she, how are you? I'm doing better. I started getting around. The second week, I was kind of moving around a little bit better. And then, I made the mistake. How are you? To her. And then it went, we got a new dog. The girls are, they're in school. I have to leave work early because she's a school teacher to go home and let the dog out. The dog won't. And for some reason, it didn't matter. I tried to get out, tried to go to the back, came back. All I wanted to do was eat a fucking burrito. Because it reminded me of crashing off the bike. All right. I'm trying. That was kind of new. Anybody, what's in the news? Did you guys see the ladies that went into space? Yes, hey, back in my day, there was a spaceship that went up into, there was a school teacher and a whole bunch of people, and the ship exploded. And people were sad for there was memorials, and they were like, oh my God. But these 4 women, who was it? It was fucking Oprah's friend Gail, right? Katy Perry, and Bezos' wife. I don't know the other ones. They all went into space, right? They went up, and then they came down, and then she was singing songs and saying how, Oprah was crying. Did you see that? No. Yeah, she was crying because I don't know what she was crying for. Maybe if the fucking ship exploded, that'd be something to cry about. I don't think I'd be crying. I'd be a little happy about that. But yeah, that was new too. That was shit. Sorry about that. What else we got going on? My brother's been talking about, you ever see back in the day, I'm a little bit older, I'm 50-ish, and there used to be a guy, an influencer. There's these influencers nowadays. Everybody thinks they can be fucking get at it, let's go work out, take the day. They're telling you what they're doing. Back in my day, it was Tom Vu. You remember Tommy Vu? Anybody? Yeah, right? He was an Asian guy, and he'd have like a shitload of women, hot women behind him. He'd be on a boat, be like me. I sell, and it was bullshit, right? So everybody thought nowadays that they can do it, right? My brother, that's what he thinks. He thinks he can be an influencer, right? He's on the Facebook and all this. You go into his room, and he's got pizza boxes stacked, yay high. Bottles everywhere. It ain't apple juice in those bottles, right? And I had to go in, and I had to be the one. I had to be the one to tell him, listen, Mom and I don't want you living with us anymore. Okay? You're not a life influencer. You're a life loser. And Mom almost tripped on your Garfield slippers. Take them off the stairs, and your breakfast is getting cold. All right, that one was all right. All right, I went through that one already. Is that the light to leave, or? All right. Another. Who's that from? Who's back there? Dylan. Oh yeah. All right, Dylan. All right, that's all I got for tonight, guys. Have a great show. Thanks for having me.
Keep it going. Frank Dombrowski. He's so loud. It must be because of the Portuguese wife, man. Oh my God. I married a native. Support local, shop local. I married native. I love being married to my native wife. It hasn't been all great. I had some reservations about it. Everyone's. All right. New stuff. No old stuff. All right, guys. We're gonna keep this show going. Lots of comics for you guys to watch. Your next comic, I like this kid, nice kid, good kid, got a good head on his shoulders. I like him. I wish he was my friend. Put your hands together for Dante, everybody.
I like how when Joe's introducing me, he turns into Trump. He's like, he's a good kid. Nice head on his head, or whatever. My name is Dante, or as my friends call me, The Weekend if he never made it. I recently went to the strip club for the first time, and I got fleeced. I'm not too happy about it. It's hard to notice that 2 songs have gone by with titties in your mouth. Also, I'm not allowed back at the strip club. Growing up, I felt like I was the only black guy that couldn't play basketball, which sucked because I grew up in Milton, where I was the only black guy. This one time I walked into a sport check, and as soon as I walked through the front door, the lady at the front desk is like, "Sorry, we're out of basketballs." I am here for a badminton racket. So as I was saying, I grew up in Milton, and in every town, there's that person that like does the thing, and everyone wants to outdo that person, right? Like maybe some guy, he made it to the league, or some chick, she became some famous artist or something like that. But in Milton, that dude is Chris Hadfield, and he played guitar in space. So like, how do you beat going to space, I think the only way that I could beat that is if I prove that space is fake. Which it is, look it up. Google the firmament. Watch that Gale video. So as I was saying, I'm trying to become more famous than Chris Hadfield, and every once in a while I have to Google my name just to see how famous I've gotten. So my full name is Dante Williams. So I'll go on Google, I'll type in my name, Dante Williams, just to see how famous I've gotten. And I had to go all the way to page 36 just to see someone who wasn't shot by the police. I told that joke one time, and then after the show, a lady came up to me. She's like, look, it's true, I Googled your name. It just says, Dante Williams fires rocket launcher at the police. It wasn't me, I swear. For a day job, I actually work in the mental health space. I produce podcasts for men. I recently started working on this podcast for disability awareness, and it's been pretty good. There's 3 hosts. One of the hosts, he's completely blind. The second host has a crazy stutter, and the last host, he's quadriplegic, like he's in an electric wheelchair, right? So we're like 7, 8 episodes in at this time, and in the middle of the recording, the blind guy's like, "Dante, I didn't know you're black." I'm like, "That's fucked up. You're blind. Everything you see is black." It's fucked up. When you take the guy out for drinks, the guy with the stutter, you go out for drinks with him, and then you find out he's an attempted racist. He gets a little 1-2 shots, all of a sudden it's na 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 na. Just the other day we were recording, and one of the guys is like, "Can you Google what's the highest someone has fallen out of a plane and survived?" So I Googled it. Turns out some Serbian lady in the 70s fell out of a plane 33,333 feet from the air, hit the ground, boom, and survived. Crazy. It said injuries sustained, broken ribs, missing teeth, fractured face. Next line, recovery. She was able to walk again in 10 months. And then we all just looked to the guy in the wheelchair. And we're like, "Man, all you did was dove into a pool." Next line, it said, lasting effects. She had a permanent limp for the rest of her life. The dude in the wheelchair was like, "Man, what I would give to have a limp." All right, that's my time, guys. Thank you.
Keep it going for Adam Kane. I mean, not Adam Kane. Fucking. Sorry. Good kid. I like that kid. Guys, thank you for coming. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thanks, Dante. You scared them away. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say in my head. All right, guys, we're just to remind you, we do have beef patties. I'm a fat guy, and they smell delicious, so I'm sure they're great. We also have drinks, whatever. Okay, so your next comic. Now, this guy is Adam Kane. Don't really know anything about him, just like his name. Put your hands together for Adam Kane, everybody.
Everybody was expecting me to be black. Everybody was expecting me to be black. No. Guys, great to be here. I want to give a shout out first. Guys, behind the bar, we have a new Lebanese helper, George. Can we get a round of applause going for George, please? Just want to let you know, if you're ever thinking of stealing, he'll help. Love being in Hamilton, guys. I always like to say Hamilton's that city that you can do pretty much anything in. Like, I went to school here, and you can go to a lecture, hit a nice open mic, get bomb Korean food, and then watch somebody shoot up heroin, all in like the same day. So, super cool city. Burlington doesn't have that, just wealthy coke addicts. But yeah, a lot of people talking about the space occurrence that happened. I honestly feel like, genuinely, not even joking, that everybody would have been so much happier if we just sent like 5 chimpanzees into space, watched them come down and just started like tickling them. Like Katy Perry kissing the ground and all that shit. Like, come on. Did you guys see, like, a week after, the world's oldest astronaut actually came back from space? And he just, walked off. He didn't start, making out with the fucking dirt. None of that stupid stuff. Real practical astronaut stuff. I feel like that could have easily told us how amateur they were from the start. But yeah, what was I going to talk about today? Oh, I was having a conversation with my friend's mother, and she's a white lady. And she says, Adam, I really don't like the term Karen. I find it to be extremely offensive. And I was like, hold the fucking phone, Mel. Her name is Melanie. You gotta be joking with me. Because honestly, like, if you really think about it, Karen is the only racial slur that is also a first name, right? Like, you don't see Dante pissing people off and, them just going, Jamals, am I right? No, it doesn't happen, My cousin just had a baby. Very happy, very excited for her. He's a very skinny baby. He's healthy, but she's just like, he doesn't like breast milk. And I'm just like, it's gotta fucking suck as a baby. Like, imagine you're lactose intolerant and like you go to Boston Pizza and they're like, we've only got mozzarella sticks. Like, that's what it's like being a baby who can't breastfeed properly. And let's be honest here, like, nobody really fucks with a skinny baby, right? Nobody's like, oh, I just wanna pinch his ribs, right? No, you didn't hear that? I could just eat you right up after a full meal because you can't fully satiate me. Oh, like, nah, you don't hear that often, no? Guys, I have ADHD. And part of having ADHD means, you eventually get medication. And I didn't know this, but when I went to go get medication, I had to take a lie detector test. Because apparently what's going on these days is that people with ADHD are actually selling the medicine. So they're getting the drugs from the Govy and they're selling it. I see you nodding. Yeah, you want some Concerta right now? Talk to me after, we'll talk. But anyway, yeah, I was taken aback by this. Because, I'm finding out that kids with ADHD are drug dealers now. Like, we're fucked. If the most unorganized, hyperactive members of our society are selling drugs, we're not making it to next year, guys. I promise you that, okay? Also, not to mention the fact that, like, when we were growing up, that was not our rep. Like, kids with ADHD, easily distractible, the earliest masturbators, but, like, running drug empires, it's just not our motif, if you understand what I'm trying to say. What else going on? Dante, what's up? I have a friend, and he graduated with an astrology degree. If you ever wanted to piss away $10,000, there's a guy you should talk to. And we were at the bars, and he was telling me, he was like, dude, girls love it when you tell them you're an astrologist. And I was like, bull fucking shit, okay? I don't think guys who like astrology really do well with women. I'm sorry if you're into astrology. I like to think that a guy who tells a girl he's an astrologist is kind of like a guy who tells a girl that he eats ass. You know what I mean? It's kind of a niche category. 50% of women like it, 50% of women don't. Both guys like full moons. Thank you, guys.
I love eating ass. Who doesn't love eating ass? Eating ass. I love eating ass so much I go through the hemorrhoids to get to the ass. That's how much I love. That's why I probably lost my teeth. Anyways, guys, your next comic. This guy was here last week. Really funny. I like his shit. Very handsome too. Very fuckable. Very fuckable. Anyone looking for a fuckable guy and funny? Guys. Some people like me are just funny and not fuckable. This guy's funny and fuckable. Put your hands together for Matt Hawkins, everybody. Matt Hawkins.
Guys, give it up for Joe one more time. Am I fuckable? Round of applause. Will you guys fuck me? You're fucking me right now. Happy Thursday, guys. It's nice to feel like I want to get fucked or someone wants to fuck me. I don't know. Where do I want to start? I have a theory about actors. I think that they're all fucking crazy, but I think they do the acting during the interviews whenever on TV or anything else. The great example of this is Johnny Depp. You know, he'll be on like Jimmy Fallon. I'm here. Oh my gosh, Johnny Depp. This is amazing. Welcome to the show. And he's like, it's really great to be here. Feel really good to be here. But you know, deep inside, he's fucking Captain Jack Sparrow, right? He's like, you know, everybody here, I feel a little bit fucking drunk. And I think Johnny Depp's fucked, but my favorite, I don't know about you, my favorite actor of all time is Tom Cruise, because I think he's the craziest motherfucker in the world. But I also think he's a fucking genius. Like, hear me out for a second, okay? He's a fucking multimillionaire. He's 5'7", and he's a fucking millionaire. He is fearless. Think about it. He can drive any kind of car. He can fly any kind of airplane, helicopter, fucking swords, fucking guns. This guy's a fucking G. He is so fucking smart. But at the same time, he is fucking crazy. This guy is like all the Mission Impossible movies, everything that he does. Like, if you talk to Tom Cruise, I bet the only thing that pisses him off is that CGI and fucking green screens, right? Tom, we're gonna do this green screen here.
Excuse me? Excuse me? What did you just say?
So we're gonna use the stunt devil?
I am the stunt devil. There is no... We are not using any stunt devils. There won't be any fucking green screen in the background. Do you understand me?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just fucking with you.
He's fucking crazy. He's fucking crazy, but you know what? I admire that. Because I think we should all be fucking crazy, because it doesn't matter what happens to Tom Cruise in his whole life, because it doesn't affect him. Think about that for a second. Most of us, we stub our toe, we're like, fuck! God damn it! Tom Cruise stubs his toe, he's like,
that hurt. Yeah, you know what? I've got 9 other toes. I didn't stub them. Think positively.
You know, when the day that he fucking came home, Katy Perry, Kitty Holmes, fucking get Katy Perry, he fucked Katy Perry, bunch of guys too, divorced him. He came home, he fucking worked 12 hours, did a whole movie shoot. He's like, Tom, I got some bad news for you.
Yeah, what is it?
Katie wants a divorce.
She wants a what?
She wants a divorce.
That's great. Don't worry about it. That's fine. I love it. I love divorce. That means I'm single again. It means I can fuck whoever I want, whenever I want. Multiple times a day.
Tom Cruise. Imagine being Siri for like his daughter. You'd be like, you know, that'd be a little weird, right? Tom Cruise as a dad, you know? You'd be like,
Siri, get the fuck over here. Siri, Siri.
The phone goes off. Dad, were you talking to me or the phone?
Shut the fuck up, Siri.
I don't know. I'm a dad. I got a dad voice. I've been working on my dad voice for a couple years. I like cutting promos like Triple H on my kids because they're 2 boys, you know?
Guys, listen, we've got one rule in this house, and that is, you mess it up, you clean it up. I just stepped on 4 Legos, okay? Someone here, and I'm not gonna say you, fucking Ken, come over here. Ryu, come over here. I love Mortal Kombat. Or Street Fighter. Fuck that one up. Fuck that one right up in the ass. I'm a gamer. I don't know. I don't know where I'm fucking going. But I will say this. Al Pacino is a father. He's an old dad. But I think he has the best dad voice out of everybody, right? Because you can imagine there's an infant. He's in his fucking 80s, I think. Can you imagine what that kid's got to hear for his fucking life? He just shit his pants. The wife went to leave to the store. She's like, Al, can you please just watch the baby? I don't give a fuck! You can change your own diaper. You think I want to wipe your ass? Ha! You can wipe your own fucking ass. What do you think about that? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time I have for you tonight. Thank you for sticking around. Enjoy your Thursday.
More Pacino. I love me an impression, man. Fuck. I love me. I can't do impressions. This is an impression of my dad. Joe, why are you so gay? All right, guys. Your next comic. I don't know. This guy bothers me a lot. Because I instantly like this guy. Normally, I don't like people right away. It takes me.
He was here.
Dylan, shut up. Jesus. Yeah, outside. Dylan, come on. Gee. Take him outside. Knock him around as Pacino. Beat the shit out of Dylan as Pacino. We support all artists here at Center for Talking Arts. Anyways, I was trying to do something really nice about this intro. But guys, put your hands together for George Tarabay, everybody. George!
Hey guys, how are ya? How's your day going? My aunt is dying, and my wife, beautiful, I know. I like her, that's the problem. You know, my wife is such an angel because I was telling her, like, I don't know what's gonna happen, she's gonna die any day. And my wife being a good person, the best, really, she goes, oh, but she's not too old. And you know, that got to me because if you divide somebody's age by 8 and the result is 2 digits, they're fucking old. You know, like, I had a shitty week through and through. My car got broken into last week, I think. And when I got into the parking lot, so it's underground, I opened the car and I find all my shit all over the car, right? Left and right. Everything was stolen. So I go up and I talk to my superintendent and he comes down with me. And the first thing he asked me, did you lock the car? Which made me feel like a woman. Because it kind of felt like he's asking me, what was your car wearing? Why did it go in that dark street by itself? And that pissed me off, you know? But the second thing that pissed me off is I called the cops after 8 hours because I called them when it happened. And they're like, well, what happened? Like, your car got broken into? Yeah, fuck off. Call the other line, you know? I didn't know. So I called the other line and they never called me back. After 8 hours, they call me. And, you know, I'm panicking. I'm like, sir, should I not touch the car? Like, do you need to dust for prints? And he goes, what? Are you high? Just fucking take the car and scram. What the fuck are you waiting for? It's Hamilton, bitch. Like, you know, we don't fucking care about dust prints. And third thing that pissed me off really is when I got into my car, I found, like, I was looking for particular stuff that I had, like valuables, and I noticed the stuff they stole. Like, they stole like a bunch of hair stuff that I put for my long hair. Okay, I don't know, what are you gonna do with them? The second thing they stole, what pissed me off, was a transponder. Which, if you're fucking homeless, what are you gonna use that for? Put it on your shopping cart when you're crossing the interstate? Like, you know. Third thing they didn't steal, actually, and that's the one that fucked me up the most, is I look at my right, and I keep a bottle of perfume in the car, because sometimes I smoke cigar, and my wife, you know, being the angel, she goes, pfft. So, you know, I give myself a French shower after I smoke a cigar. So, I saw the bottle of perfume over there, and it was open, and the lid was right next to it. And that really fucked up my day. Because you know how much of a shitty taste in perfumes you have to have for a homeless guy to open it, spray some of it, and go, oh, fuck no, I'm leaving this here. And then fuck off. Like, what the fuck? Did it smell worse than not showering for weeks? Yeah, you know? What the fuck? But, you know, like, this all comes, like, when I called the cops, I was being optimistic, which I know you guys call immigrant, but unrealistic. I come from a country called Lebanon. I don't know if you've heard about it. Yeah, Lebanon, we are very badass, man. Like, just like Adam, we're very badass. You know how badass we are? We have a director for the railway system. You know why we're badass? Because we don't have a railway system. That's how badass we are. We have a job for something that we don't have. But yeah, I'm Lebanese, and basically all other Arabs hate us for the same reason you guys hate people from Quebec. Because we're dicks. It comes with the French, by the way. It's a side of French and a dickholeness. So in Lebanon, you know, there's wars happening, shit is going on the whole time. And I call my mom to tell her about the car break-in. You know, I'm giving her a report. I'm like, Mom, they broke into my car. And I shit you not. She goes, you fucking pussy. We're getting bombed as we speak right now. In the background, you can hear it. Don't tell me about your car. Fuck off. And she literally told me to fuck off, and I did. And I did fuck off. And my mom raised me to be a strong, independent man. I know that sounds odd for the women in the room. I don't know where I was going with this. Anyway, yeah, in Lebanon, you know, much like Canada, we have a lot of similarities. You know, in Lebanon, much like Canada, we love minorities. You know, we look for them. We group them, you know, and we make special rules for them so they feel part of our society. So the difference in Canada is you guys call it DEI, which is diversity, equity, inclusion. Oh, warms my heart. In Lebanon, it's kind of the same name. It's only spelled D-I-E, which is not an acronym for anything. It's just die, because that's what we do with minorities. So thank you, guys. That was my time. Joe.
Guys, keep it going for George. All right, guys, your next comic brought his kid, I think, right? And he's getting mic'd up, thank goodness, mic'd up. I brought my kid, but she has autism. She doesn't understand what we're saying anyway, so that's always good. Don't awe that. I'm a hero. You're right. You know, say aw. Say aw, Joe. You're the best. Thanks. But like I said, I don't need to put earmuffs on my kid because she doesn't understand. Put your hands together, and for the filthy, the nastiest, dirtiest comic in Hamilton, Eamon Nasser, everybody! Dirty Philly. This kid's got earphones on.
What's up, everyone? So I feel a little overdressed. I feel like I have to explain. I need money. So I'm here to talk about your car's extended warranty. I went to my friends for advice because I need money, and they said, just suck dick. And that's a problem with going to your friends for advice, because much like when you assume, you know, you make an ass out of you and me, when you go to a friend for advice, all they do is add vice to your current problem, where you need to get pissed drunk to forget the shit they told you about in the first place, which was supposed to distract you from your real problem, which is that you need money. Never go to your friends for advice. Never go to couples for advice. Couple friends are the worst. What arguments are couples having? Would you love me if I was a slug? I'm mad at you because you cheated on me in your dreams, her dreams. I was married. I had that argument, okay? So it's not bullshit. It really happens. And one of the other arguments I had with my ex-wife was what we would do if a zombie apocalypse happens. I'm the kind of person who feels like, you know, I like running, I'm sporty, I work out, so I will lead the resistance. I will try to forage and care for my son. She, on the other hand, said, well, why put up a fight when there are no more fancy restaurants to go to, so I'll just die. So now, not only am I divorced, but I was an asshole for thinking that I should try to survive. I went to when your friend is half of a couple, you can no longer go to them for advice because they've been compromised. I once went to a friend because I had a problem. It was a personal problem. I was taking a shit. And I felt something. And I never felt this before. So I couldn't tell my mom, who's a doctor. I couldn't tell my ex-wife, who's a dentist, medical. So I told my friend, and I'm like, hey, something's wrong. And he said, oh, you have hemorrhoids. I didn't know what I had. So I was like, okay, how do we treat it? So he's like, it's very easy. You do this, do that, do that. And I'm like, look, man, this is in the vault, right? And he's like, bro, don't worry about it. I go to his house the next week. We're having a barbecue on the patio. The patio furniture is hard. I look towards his wife. She looks at me. She walks inside, grabs a cushion, comes up and says, hey, you have hemorrhoids, don't you? Never tell your secrets to your couple friends. And when you're not in a couple and you're trying to strive to get back into being a couple, it's very difficult because there's a lot of shit on dating apps that I just don't get. Like, for example, I didn't get what 420 is. 420 friendly. You see it on all the profiles. 420 friendly, 420 friendly. I thought that was an area code. Like you're saying that, I will date, because I live in downtown Hamilton. I thought this is, the pits. So I have to try to raise up to date people outside of my area. But it wasn't that. And then what makes it even worse is there's a comic who used to come here who was talking about how his birthday is 420, and everyone starts laughing and they're cheering him on. And the idiot being me, I'm like, oh, my birthday is close to that too, because I didn't understand what 420 meant. It's my brother's birthday too, but I'll get back to that. So on the subject of shitty advice, I was at a gathering last week with a bunch of friends, nothing major, just, a couple of friends, me and my brother was there. And I get a call. I get a call from a friend in Kuwait, where I used to live. So I pick up the phone, and I'm like, hey, Mohammed, because we all know Mohammed, right? I'm like, hey, Mohammed, what's up? So he's like, hey, man, I need help. And I said, sure, tell me what do you need? And he's like, they won't let me on the plane. And I'm like, you're calling me because you think I have experience with being denied boarding? How dare you? So he goes, no, I'm flying to Kenya. And I'm like, Mohammed, you're Kuwaiti. Why the fuck are you going to Kenya? Did you mistype the place where you're supposed to go? Because it almost happened to me once. And he's like, no, I'm actually going to Kenya and they won't let me board because I don't have a visa. So I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do about it? He's like, help. So I said, okay. I get on, get him his visa, and I'm like, just hold on 1 second. I go into the other room because there's a gathering happening. And the thing that fucked you up the most is that it was my birthday. We were having a party for my birthday, which is also my brother's birthday, who was there with me. And the absolute fucked up thing is that it was also, and I shit you not, it's Muhammad's birthday as well. So all three of us, as he's having a problem boarding a plane, I'm like, just hold on for a second. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday. And my birthday is April 21st. So that's why I hate the idea of 420. I'm Ayman Nassar. Thank you so much.
I would buy anything from you. Anything. Anything. All right, guys. I just noticed your kid has no headphones. So I got to be careful. Yoel, this next 5 minutes has to be G-rated comedy. Are you ready? This next guy is the biggest piece of shit I've met so far in Hamilton comedy. And I've met a lot of people. I live with myself. Put your hands together for Yoel, everybody.
G unit. Hello, people. What's going on? You guys ever notice whenever brown people hang out, they always roll 6 men deep? Man deep, Gur deep, Raj deep. I don't know what's up with that. All I know is when women see them, she's in deep trouble. On to funny news, the Pope died. No. But yeah, I mean, the Pope died. That's very tragic for a lot of people, which tends to mean that they got to find a new leader of the Catholic faith. And after all the people I've heard, after all the pitches I've made and all the resumes I've seen, there's only one person I know that deserves this job, one person who has the most practical experience to take over this position, and that's Donald Trump. Because if you think about it, no one spent more time with Jeffrey Epstein than him, right? That's all the experience you need, man. I think I've noticed white people always love to take credit for things they've never actually done historically. You guys ever noticed that? The King of Spain. No, no. But yeah, man. Like, you think about it, if you ever watch any ancient Egyptian movie, all the pharaohs are always white. Country in Africa 6,000 years ago, scorching 40-degree heat. I don't think so. I don't think so. The same thing, you look at things like pasta, Italians like to take credit for that. It's a Chinese invention. You guys didn't know that, did you? Jesus is also always white. A man born in the Middle East 2,000 years ago, born to Middle Eastern parents. They must have been Israeli. But I wasn't mad that Jesus is white. I really don't care about that. I wasn't mad. But I was mad when they made the Flintstones white. The first human beings on planet Earth came from Africa, yet everybody looks like Wayne Gretzky. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, man. Now, on the flip side, white people also like to project stereotypes onto other people that they're actually also guilty of. Like, for example, they say black people like to steal. Michael Bublé built a whole career singing other people's songs. What the fuck? That one cut deep, didn't it, huh? Michael Bublé is off limits. First Wayne Gretzky, now Michael, all right? Fuck. What's next? I don't know how worldly you guys are. A lot of things going on in the world. That's funny. That's all I have to say. Yeah, great, right? Yeah, man. Like, you see all these great engineering projects around the world that are getting built. Right, a lot of great ones. In fact, a lot of great buildings are being built. And if you notice that 5 of the tallest buildings in the world that are getting built are actually all in the Middle East. Right? They have 5 of the tallest building towers. And it always bounces around, right? So Saudi Arabia will build a tall tower, then UAE, then Qatar, then back to Saudi Arabia. Egypt, sure. Built by white people. No, I'm joking. But this is officially the world's most expensive dick measuring competition, right? Now, isn't it ironic that the part of the world likes to develop people who like to bring down tall buildings, they like building tall buildings? I guess they don't like the competition. I guess they don't. I'm gonna talk to the men here because I really have to address them. Can we finally admit that lesbian porn sucks? It fucking sucks. 2 women dry hopping for 40 minutes straight has never been hot. Rug burn has never been sexy, man. I'll let you know that, right? The only reason men even acknowledge or like to support lesbian porn is because we're afraid of being called gay. Like, we have to uphold some massive standard because if you don't like lesbian porn, then what? Right? It just drifts off into what? You get your fucking butt touched or some shit? I don't know. I'm speaking for Joey here. He's not even here. I'm just. Huh? I like lesbian porn. How about you? That's where it always goes back to. Lesbian porn. I'm just telling you, all right. And my big problem with it is, like, when you watch it, it's more art than it is porn. Right? It's like an indie film. There's touching and kissing and holding and all this other bull. It's not a Scorsese film. I'm trying to watch someone get fucked. All right? And the worst part... Watching lesbian porn actually makes men worse in bed. Because a woman doesn't know how to fuck a woman like a man does. And let me tell you something. If you start fucking your woman like a woman, she's going to find a new man. All right? That's my train. All right, see you guys later. Let's go.
Anti-lesbian Noel, anti-LGBT. Get off this stage. The only porn I watch is lesbian porn. The only one, because I love women. All right, guys. Your next comic shares my name. And I don't know if he's wearing a dress today. I don't know what he's going to do today, but it's always a fun time to watch him on this stage. Put your hands together for Joey Bombs, everybody.
Keep it going for Joe number 2. Great host. People have been asking me about my hair a lot lately, and this is my natural color. I don't know if you guys knew this. My mother, 51 years ago, boinked a Smurf. My first memory is my father yelling at my mother, "Thelma, you smurfed a Smurf. You was smurfing Smurf." Took me a while to break that code. But yeah, it's hard when you're a kid to learn your mother is a slut. Last night I was reading one of those bathroom readers, Weird Canadian Laws. Did you know that in Hamilton, it is illegal to have oral sex with a seagull? Is that the weirdest law? I mean, what kind of disgusting... What the hell is that? That's better, thank you. I was watching Fox News last night, and they said any day they're going to release the Epstein files. Anybody else a little nervous about the release of the Epstein files? Anybody, a little terrified, a little scared? Not because, the internet's and copy and paste and the clouds. Misunderstanding, misidentified. Just one little mistake. And all of a sudden your entire life is ruined. I mean, isn't anybody else terrified about that? I like that bit a little because you have to kind of buy in that I'm important enough to get blackmailed. There's a council of, people, and one of them stands up and says, "Oy vey," or whatever they say. You know what we need? That fat blue-haired hack in Hamilton, yeah. Then we'll achieve world domination. All right. I've enjoyed Bomb. You guys have been awesome. Thank you, CFTA. Good night.
Magic! I love magic. More magic. We need more magic in this world, guys. Watch as I make I have foreskin, so I make a lot of things disappear. Sir, can you pass me that bottle over there? I'll make that disappear in my foreskin. No, just kidding. Can you imagine? All right, anyways, this is a terrible way to bring up the next comic, but who cares? Put your hands together for your very next comic. Very sweet, very funny. L.O. Annie, everybody.
Let's hear it again for Joe, everyone. He's doing a great job his last night of hosting, just quickly on and off the stage, making sure everybody gets their time. I'm not here for stand-up comedy tonight. I'm here for sit-down comedy. Okay? Because I didn't get stood up. And normally I'd make a joke that if I got stood up, I'd come alone, like what often does. Nobody? Just me, eh? Single life, am I right? So I have a list of jokes here. And I kind of forgot the order that I was going to go in. I'm just going to grab them. When you say "Hello, Annie," it makes you want to say, "Hello, governor." Hello, governor. That's right. Everybody. Yep, not standing up. Oh, if my knees are dirty, it's because I'm 35 and I don't have any kids yet. So I was crawling around in the grass, and I want them. So, when you're an adult, grown woman, and you want children, and you don't have them yet, you might, do things for your cat that you otherwise would not do, like make them a patio. So today I was building a catio, crawling around on my hands and knees in the dirt, duct tape and shit. My cat's name is Peekaboo, because she peeks and she boos. I was talking to some guy outside whose cat's name was Meowface. That's pretty accurate. I remember being a Meowface one time. My ex-boyfriend actually got really mad at me. He accused me of doing blackface because I dressed up as a black cat for Halloween and I had some blackface makeup on. And we went to the bar, and as we get there, there's a table of gentlemen outside. And yes, they're all African American. And he is looking at me and looking at them, and he's like, "We shouldn't go in." And I'm like, "You're making this worse. I am a cat." And I tell my friend this story today, and he's just like, "You should have just told them you were Justin Trudeau." Meow. And Justin Trudeau as a cat. And I guess I did a couple of these little things that really tweaked my ex-boyfriend, hit a nerve. He got upset with me for shouting the word slave in the Dollarama one time. I mean, I was just looking at a pillow and I was like, how do they make this pillow so cheap? And then I was like, slaves. He's like, babe, you can't say that. Because there was a black person in the same aisle as us. I wasn't talking about other people. I was just talking about the pillow. And he always hated it when I was on my period and I'd say the word squishy, but misery loves company. So you're uncomfortable because I said the word squishy, 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 squishy. It's you want to be uncomfortable? Let me put your uterus in a vice. My mom read a newspaper article that a woman on her period experiences the same amount of pain as a person having a heart attack. So every time I'd be on my period, I'd just tell my dad, I'm dying. My uterus is having a heart attack. I have this thing. I'm probably one traumatic event away from having actual DID because sometimes just random people will come out of me. So I was at the bar the other night and I was just sitting there talking to my friend. Our other friend's about to head out for a smoke and I'm telling him that he missed us. And I start to say it like a southern lady, oh, you just missed us for this cigarette. Maybe we'll see you for the next one. And then I'm carrying on as this woman for 5 or 10 minutes. And I realize she's Martha May. She's Earl's girlfriend. Earl is another person that lives inside of me. So Martha May doesn't understand why her and Earl are together because she's a proper church-going young lady. And he's on the porch drinking beers on Sunday morning. Like in the morning, he ain't even waiting till noon. But I go to the bar, and then I start talking in my normal voice again, and I'm just so relieved by the fact that I'm back. And I look to the guy next to me, who happens to be somebody that I have a little crush on. I'm just like, oh my God, it's such a relief I'm myself again. I was just this random, like, other woman, Martha May, for 5 minutes, and I tell him this whole story. And then I think to myself, I'm like, that is the strangest interaction this man has probably ever had in his life. And I like him. What am I doing? And I look at him and I can see how perplexed he is, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. And last night we're at Open Jam, and my legs are actually broken, and this is why I'm sitting. I went and worked out too hard and just like cannot actually move. The stairs are fucking impossible right now. But I'm like, I can't sit. I have ants in my pants. So I tell him I have ants in my pants and I have to dance. And later on that night, he messages me and he's like, I hope you got rid of the ants in your pants. I'm like, literally, it's a picnic up here. Like, girls a snack. The ants are always in my pants. And I think that's my time. Thank you. I've been Annie. Let's bring Joe back up the stage.
Hello, Annie, guys. Keep it going for Hello, Annie. All right, your next comic, I don't know who it is. Is it Jesse? Jess? Yeah. That's you? All right, Jesse, you've been here a couple times. Is this your first time? Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to pop his fucking cherry. Wait, I haven't introduced. Get the fuck on stage. Guys, give your next comic a very warm Center for Talking Arts welcome. Put your hands together for Jesse, everybody.
Oh, hi, I'm Jesse. I'm from Brantford, so you can guess my hobbies, which are either fentanyl or teenage pregnancy. So I actually don't like pregnancy because it involves vagina, which is not for me. The only thing I fuck is Chris Pratt, which is what I call my fleshlight. So I recently moved out of my dad's house, and I realized I forgot my fleshlight there, which is like the worst, because it's like, how do I talk to him about that? Like, hey, could you find this thing for me that has like lips on it? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, it might be under the bed still. But yeah, so what else was I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, so I'm on Grindr, of course, because you know, Grindr. And there's this guy I was talking to who's 18, which is like too young for me, and he wasn't getting the hint, and he was like, come on, bruh. And as soon as he said that, I had to fuck with him. Like, there's no chance he's getting away with this. So I was just like, on God, for real, is your mouth bussin' though? And he's like, yeah, it is. I'm really into old guys. And I was like, well, how's your gut game? Can you really huck Tua on that thing? And the fact that he didn't realize I was fucking with him, it was art. It was beautiful. And he's just like, yeah, man, do you want to fuck? And I was like, we can fuck, but if I clap them cheeks, is it no Jimmy? And he's like, what are you even talking about? And I was like, yeah, I don't understand your generation either. But that's actually all I have right now. But thank you guys.
Good job, Jesse. I also fuck my fleshlight, and it's called Chris Pratt. I call it all the Chris's. Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth. Are you filming this? Yes. When I fuck my pocket pussy, I call it Chris Evans. I love fucking. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I'm like 46, and I'm like, no fake teeth and no hair, but I still love to fuck. It's weird. Isn't that weird? Is that weird? Feels like everyone's like, my age doesn't, like everyone's like, I'm on a boner pill. I'm like, why? I just smell someone like Jess and then my fucking nipples get hard. It's weird. I think there's something wrong with me. Don't hug me. Though I'm trying to say, please don't hug me. It's gonna hurt. This is weird now. I'm coming out as a sexual assaulter, but I'm not. I'm just sweet guy. Why are my nipples so hard? All right, diabetes. All right, next comic. Very nice guy. I like this guy. I have no idea how to say his last name, but so I won't. Kareem, everyone, put your hands together for Kareem.
Thank you, guys. Very excited to be here. Kareem Hassanin, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It'll be fine. Everything's going to be fine. How are you guys doing? Everybody all right? Yeah, right on. Go ahead. Take. Are these things on? This camera on? That camera on? Good. Guys, I'm going to do something for you very fresh. Absolutely, completely new material, something I haven't tried before. It's actually a style of comedy I don't really do like characters, like character bits. I'm gonna try one right here, first time tonight. Very excited. So I'm just gonna get into it. Anybody here remember Inspector Gadget? You guys like Inspector Gadget? Okay. So this character that I've been working on is insecure Dr. Claw. Okay, are we ready for? Okay, so this is again, insecure Dr. Claw. Okay, let me. Okay.
It's just that I'm a doctor and I'm getting beaten by like an idiot, right? And like a 12-year-old girl and a dog. And it's just that I don't know who I am anymore, right? And the thing is, like I try to affirm myself, you know? Like I'm always saying to myself, I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time. But it never pans out.
Okay, so the problem with that joke that I'm finding, thank you, bud. Thank you. The issue I'm finding with that joke, and we can symposium this, we can workshop it together. I think is like, here's the thing: nobody in Gen Z knows who the fuck Inspector Gadget is, and then like to know Inspector Gadget, and then know like his arch nemesis, Dr. Claw. Like there's a lot of layers, and then like to know what Dr. Claw sounds like. So there's like, you know. So I get it. I get where you were coming from. I get the, like, you know. And then, like, the thing is, if you don't understand any of that context, then you're really only getting into the joke when, like, it starts getting sad, like the sad part. So, I don't know. What do you guys, like, upset about tariffs or what's happening? Like, is that the issue? Look, I don't get it. Everybody's upset about tariffs. I don't really get, like, there's a few things we could do without at this point, right? We live in a world of abundance, right? Like, I feel like we could do a 25% tariff on, like, adult guys named Danny, right? Don't you think? Like, too many, right? A few Amandas. 10% on Amandas? What of it? Are we going to miss them? That's just my take on it. And I think I've shown you guys I really know fuck all about tariffs, how they actually work. So this has been good. Guys, starting a new job. Really excited about it, guys. I'm thinking about becoming a certified life coach. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So if anybody here have any problems, any issues they need to work out, anything? No? All right, everybody's perfect. Love that. That's great. All right. Drugs. Try drugs. I feel like that'll be the prescription. Okay, we're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that after. I think. So here's what I've learned about being a certified life coach: is you don't actually have to fucking know anything, right? Like you kind of just have to tell people, and this is what I'll say to you, my friend. You just kind of have to look at them in the eyes and go, "I think there's more for you." I think you know what's in there. Like, I think it's just stuff like that, and then you walk behind a beaded curtain and sell some rocks. I think it's mostly, like, you kind of just, the certification process, basically, you just yell it out into the wind, and then you're certified, right? Maybe out into the sea for some of the sailors. Guys, so if anybody has any interest, it's about $200 an hour, right? That guy, $350 for sure, 100%. All right, because I did have a life coach at one point. I went and talked to him, and within a day, he was like, "I'm gonna have to cut you from the team. It's just not working out." That's what we call in the biz a long walk. All right, that was a long walk to that not great punchline. Are we still rolling? Are we still rolling here? We got it? Yeah, what angle was that punchline? Should I have delivered it straight here? Sure. All right. I got the light. Okay, I'm going to do, do I have 1 minute or left? We're done? We're done? You said yes to both, so I'm going to take it. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Great. I don't like that brands all the time are trying to relate to us at this point in the social media era, right? Like brands are just keep trying to connect with us, right? Like I don't, I like Valentine's Day, every brand feels like they have to say something. They're like, well, why don't you do fucking Oreo? You know what I mean? Like I don't know what we're doing, right? But there's only one brand I feel like that's actually romantic, and it's Fruit of the Loom, guys. Fruit of the Loom has to be the sexiest, what was that marketing meeting like when they came up to it? It's like, hey, I think we're gonna sell some undies and some plain white tees, what should we call this brand? How about Fruit of the Loom? Fruit of the Loom. Like the womb? Fruit of the womb, but like a loom. Fruit of the Loom. Okay, how do you want to represent that, sir? What should we put on the logo? Like a FOC, some nice font or something? How about grapes? I fucking love grapes. One apple, no more. Fruit of the Loom. Okay, that's it. That's where I'm going to leave you. And on something hot.
Keep it going for Kareem, everybody! All right, your next comic, you guys are very lucky. This guy's really funny. He just dropped in. Put your hands together for Ryan Visser, everybody!
Keep it going for Joe, everybody. Or don't. It's just like a half-hearted. I guess that's how he's been doing. All right, well, it's been a bit of a long night, but I'm surprised, honestly, that people aren't talking about the most important thing going on in the world right now. I'm talking about Katy Perry going to space, guys. This is easily the most important thing going on in the world right now. Did she go to space? Are we saying it counts? She was up there for, 11 minutes? Yeah, we're saying that counts. Katy Perry went to space the way the first woman who touched my penis gave me a hand job. Contact was just made long enough for everyone involved to feel weird. And Katy Perry and I will spend the rest of our lives telling people that it was the best experience of our lives. However, in Katy Perry's defense, she was up there for 11 minutes, which is 11 times longer than my first hand job. But I want to talk about an entirely different civilian astronaut, though. I want to talk about the first civilian astronaut. She was a woman named Krista McAuliffe, and she was selected by NASA to be a part of the Challenger mission. She was a school teacher, and she died along with the entire crew of the Challenger when it exploded during takeoff. Some of you might be old enough to remember that. I wasn't alive. But I recently learned that Krista was not NASA's first choice. NASA's first choice was Big Bird from Sesame Street. That's absolutely true. Unfortunately, or rather fortunately for Big Bird, because of the logistics of his suit, they couldn't get him on the ship. So Krista was chosen as a sacrifice in his stead. And I just think it's crazy that we almost lived in a world where Big Bird died in the Challenger explosion. Right? Just people watching the world over. Like Sesame Street has been translated into 70 languages. Like people all over the world would have been watching that as the rocket blew up with like a puff of yellow feathers. That would have been such an intense moment of shared trauma around the world. I think it would have brought us all together. I think there would have been peace in the world. I think, guys, this is the bad timeline. I think in order for the world to know peace, Big Bird has to die. All right, I don't have much else to say about that. So I'm going to move on. I don't think I'd make a very good cop. I know you're looking at me like, Ryan, that mustache is all the qualification you need. But guys, I'm really lazy. Like I once exposed myself to COVID to get out of a shift. So for 6 months paid suspension, I will absolutely shoot an unarmed minority. Well, right, because I can't shoot a white person, I'd be held accountable. You know? I'd be like, sorry, Dante, I told the kids I'd take them to Disneyland this weekend. Difference with me is, you know, I would just shoot to wound, right? So then in like a couple of months, he's getting out of the hospital, I'm still on vacation. I take him to Disneyland. Right? On me. Well, really, on him. Everybody have a good Easter? Everybody celebrate like good little pagans? I celebrate Easter the same way I do every year. I watch The Passion of the Christ. Very tasteful film in which Mel Gibson personally crucifies Jesus. Did you guys know that during the making of The Passion of the Christ, the actor who played Jesus suffered an allergic reaction to his makeup? He had the cross fall on him, and he was struck by lightning twice. Now, I'm not religious or anything, but I feel like that's God literally being like, don't make this fucking movie! And then Mel Gibson's just like, fuck you, Jew! We should give him back his guns, everybody. That's actually what's happening. They're giving Mel Gibson back his guns. I am not religious. I find religious people to be a bit obnoxious, you know? Like, I find you always hear these religious people arguing against trans rights. You know, they're like, oh, don't mutilate our children or whatever. And it's like, you guys used to cut off little boys' balls so they could sing better. You know, fucking glass houses, you know? But if you think about it, castration is the original auto-tune. All right, guys, you guys have been great. Keep it going for Joe Botelho.
I met Big Bird once, and I cried the whole time talking to him. Can you imagine if he died? That would actually almost made me cry. It was, God, that would suck. Your next guy, you're going to wish was in the Challenger. Guys, your next comic, he's like Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future, only if he was full-blown Parkinson's in that movie. Put your hands together for the very funny Robert Stevens, everybody.
We've had some great comics here tonight, eh? Give it up for some of the great comics. You know, I want to say, Dante, you had a great set. There we go. Now you guys can hear me. You had a great set. I just wanted to say, though, sitting through your set, it was just like sitting through Dante's Inferno. It's like sitting through hell. And I want to say, I heard that one before. I said that at Yuck Yucks last time, and I'll say it right again. But I will say, who was the first comic that went up? I want to say it's not kind of fair that they kind of let you go first because they did give you a bit of a legs up, you know. What else here? No, she's not laughing. What else? Well, you're on your phone. That's why he didn't show up for you. I just wanted to say though, the lady up there, I wanted to say that your lipstick is not hiding that herpes sore. Watch out, brother. But anyways, I wanted to give you guys a bit of a story. So Joe and I met like a month or so ago, and he was talking about pedophiles in the corner with his friend. And so like I was eating my pizza, and like an idiot, you know, ADHD guy, I come up and say, hey, you know, here's an interesting fact about like pedophiles is that it's actually fact is in Peel region alone, furries take up at least 70% or more of the conviction rate of pedophiles. And he got offended, and so I wrote a song to roast him tonight.
Whole song.
And it's kind of like you know, I'm hopefully this is like my first time doing it. It was like this is, you know, but it's his last night. I figure you know we can all sing along. So yeah, here we go.
Guys, give it up. You wrote a song for me.
It's your last night. I'm not even talking to the mic. Like they can't even hear me on YouTube. I hope I don't cause any copyright for you guys because you guys are gonna get fucked. Well, fuck, you put it at my dick.
You asked me to do that.
I know. Is this better? Oh yeah, there we go. All right.
No.
All right. Joe likes furry porn. Furry porn. Zootopia porn. Your laptop's getting warmer. We all see you masturbating to porcupine porn. Joe Botelho likes furry porn. You're welcome for the furry porn. I don't really want to know ya. Don't want you to show us. But we did find your secret folder. Joe likes furry porn. Joe likes furry porn. Furry porn. Hide your kids. Okay, so this is the part of the song where like, I need you guys to be part of like the hallelujah portion, you know, when he's like, hallelujah or Hare Krishna. So you guys say Hare Krishna and then I'll say the rest, okay? So let's go, like, Hare, there we go. No, it's a raccoon. Hare Rama now, Hare Rama, there we go. Joe wears leather and likes a spoon. What else? Yeah. He likes butt plugs and that's why he's moaning from the bathroom. Joe's a pedophile. It's because he likes furry porn. I think all the furries are now mad and your 2 viewers of this on YouTube are gone. Thank you to Joe, by the way. This was like from the heart. And that's it. But I figured if I'm allowed like 4 extra minutes, nope. If I can, I will actually play a proper song for us to sing you away.
No, 5 minutes. There's still a couple going.
Oh man, those guys suck.
30 seconds.
30 seconds? Okay.
Sing fast.
All right. This is a good one. All right. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, never mind. I'm a bit too nervous. So, like, I want to say thank you. I'm a bit too nervous.
I've never had a song dedicated to me. I hope that never happens again. All right. Guys, we're going to keep this creative experiment going with your next comic, Mr. Sweet Stevie Lee, everybody. Sweet Stevie Lee.
Tonight I even brought some crystals, because, you know, crystals. I'm just going to open them up here. I'm also going to sit, because my knee keeps going in and out. So everybody fucking give it up for Joe. What a great job he's done this fucking month, eh? Honestly, when I first got here, he was telling a story about how he's a roofer. Does everybody know that? He's a roofer? Professional roofer? Yeah, but you, if you don't enunciate properly, it sounds like professional roofier. So just gotta say a little louder.
It's because he roofies kids.
All right, I heard that too. So I'm gonna give you some amusings that I've seen over the last couple of weeks. I was driving in the, what do they call it, the HOV lane? HOV? Yeah, HOV lane. And there was a Tesla in front of me. And I was sitting there thinking about this Tesla and, you know, what a good guy he must be driving a Tesla. And then all of a sudden, a giant bag of McDonald's comes flying out my car out the window. And I'm like, bro, are you saving the planet or fast-tracking our extinction? I was like, you know, you need to pick a lane, my friend, and preferably not the bike lane, because I just watched you run over a turtle. It's like a dude that goes to therapy to perfect his gaslighting game. It's always the eco-friendly religious people that like to explain to you that, you know, recycling is their higher calling, but then meanwhile they're yelling at homeless people for not trying hard enough. I, on the other hand, like to compost my expired bananas because I forgot about them. As you'll come to hear in my comedy bit, this is a common element for me. So, you know, no Tesla, but my carbon footprint is pretty much that of a little chihuahua, which leads into my next joke. So I live in a condo, and a condo board just recently put up a notice that animals are to pee in their designated peeing area now. Yep, we have as my condo manager Sean says, we got a fancy new pee mat, and the animals can pee on the pee mat, and there's even a fake fire hydrant to make them want to pee there. My dog has peed on that spot exactly one time. Nah, she didn't pee on it. She fucking humped the fire hydrant. That was the only thing she did on the designated peeing spot. In my opinion, asking an animal to pee on the designated peeing spot is like putting up a deer crossing sign and expecting the deer to cross at the sign. So like the deer are walking through the woods and like, oh fuck dude, that's for us. All right, everybody fucking line up, single file, single file, single file. The humans are watching. Or in my dog's case, hey Sherry, you want me to pee on that little fake grass patch? Bitch, I'm a wolf descendant. I mark my fucking territory. I'm not following your HOA guidelines. Right. So I get the little doggos struggle. See, me and the doggos are actually a lot alike. Some people are like, Steve, you know, you don't need 5 notebooks. You just need 1. You can write all your notes in 1 notebook. And I'm like, but what if I need 5? And then they'll say, but you have 5 notebooks and you're still late for everything. And I'm like, I know, that's because I was organizing my notebooks. So basically, in this story, I'm the dog, the sidewalk is my toilet, and I do not apologize. Recently in a pretty big emotional spiral. I mean, it was a pretty deep emotional spiral. The kind where you cry over memes, you actually answer your ex-girlfriend's texts, you know, crazy shit like that. Or in my case, I'm reorganizing my spice rack based on vibe. So as you can say, I'm deep in this deep dive, and I have a friend over, and she's you know, she's normal or normie as I like to call you. And so she thinks that's a great idea. She drops this banger on me. She's like, have you ever just tried to relax and calm down? Fuck, Susan, you're right. I didn't fucking think about it. I should have just relaxed this whole time. Hey, we can go. We solved mental health. We're just overreacting. See, I'm basically either overstimulated or understimulated all the fucking time, okay? So when I'm spiraling, I'm either well put together or I'm spiraling, like deeply thinking about that meme I sent in 2016 and was it really offensive? Sometimes when I'm hyper aware of how nuts I am, I like to look up and be like, Jesus, are you gonna step in here anytime now? And he's like, no, I'm not real. So here again, for those that don't know, I have the fun combination of autism and ADHD. It's odd HD, and I'm sure by now you realize why. It's like having two roommates in your brain at all times, okay? So there's a left brain, right brain, but these are my roommates. One hates the other guy just wants to be his best friend. So it's basically like Bert and Ernie in my brain all the time. My autism guy needs quiet, routines, labels on everything, so much Tupperware, and organized Tupperware. Lights off and a heavy, heavy blanket so I can fucking relax. While the ADHD guy is naked, dancing, covered in glitter, trying to microwave soup in a Ziploc bag and saying out loud to himself, we should start to make a worm farm and learn Swedish. While autism is always like, we should make a plan for the week, like a really good, solid plan. And ADHD guy's like, I'm way ahead of you, bro. I just bought a whole week's worth of frogs in a bucket, and I also bought a ukulele with our last $20. So basically, our week is chaos. All right, so I'm always in the Civil War in my head. I got you, I see it. I have named them two names. Shut up, I'm gonna name them two names. The Professor, and, sorry, what is it? I lost it now. Professor, this is ADHD in live action. Professor, oh, there it is. Patterson, and then my autistic guy is Captain Tangent. And now I'll skip to the end, fuck. All right, so the Daily Civil War is the Professor. He's like, we must wear the same hoodie and follow the same routine every day. And the Captain says, ha, we're wearing a cape and forgetting to wear pants. Let's fucking go. Thank you, that's my time.
Keep it going for sweet Stevie Lee, everybody. All right, guys. Like I said, there's a lot of people on here, so not being rude, but we get 5 minutes because I want to get everyone on there. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Next comic, we got 2 more. You guys doing great. You guys having fun? You having fun? Nice. Remember, we got beef patties, $5 each, 2 for $10 with a pop. You get $10 for that. Your next comic, she's going to host a show here May 10th called Dirty Milk. Put your hands together for one of Hamilton's hottest new comics, Andrea Rodriguez, everybody.
Hey, everybody. I love coming up to a beef patty promo. Makes me feel really good. Of value, you know. Annie, Erica wants to know if your legs are okay. Remember, she said her legs were broken, but Erica actually doesn't have a leg. Just a little throwback. Matt left. Matt was really great with the impressions, right, guys? He was so good. I wonder if he can do an impression of my dad. Because my dad left, but he did it, so he did it. Let's see here. I'm really only here because I brought chips and dip, and I really wanted people to eat it, and then Kareem ate too, and he said it was good, and that's all I really needed tonight. I don't have a lot of material. It was just to come here for chips and dip. That was really all I had in mind. Okay, killing it. Love this. So I don't know if you can see this on my arm. See this like really horrible gash on my arm? It's actually a pretty serious scar. There's a big story behind it. I was baking a cake and I hit my arm on the oven. Very adventurous woman. Huh? No. What'd you say? Oh. I'll keep that in mind. I might have to kill myself after your set. Your mom! And I'm gonna fuck your mom too. How about that, huh? I'm not dating. I'm not on apps or anything, but I still want that like adrenaline, dopamine boost. So I put things on Facebook Marketplace that I have no intention of selling for like a really cheap price, and I get so many messages and it makes me feel good. I'm a bit of a tease. What else do I got here? Dylan left too. He put his hand up earlier when they were asking who had a disability. Is his disability alcoholism? I don't understand. That would have been better if he was here. Sorry, my last boyfriend was an alcoholic. I feel like I'm part of the tribe now, so. What else do I got here? I did something much worse than smoke crack in front of people. Much worse. I emptied my menstrual cup in that washroom an hour ago, so that's much worse.
And I can't vape in there?
So I don't know if you guys notice, but there's always like a congregation of people outside smoking cigarettes. And I fucking wish I was part of that group, man. It seems so much fun to be out there socializing and smoking a cigarette. I really wish I was. I've decided that I'll have 10 cigarettes my whole life. Like, I'm giving myself permission to have 10 cigarettes for my whole life. I call it the Tarantino approach. It's a deep cut for all the film folks out there. But I am worried that by cigarette 6 or 7, I'm going to start saying the N-word a lot. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, honestly, that's all I got, people. I only have 3 minutes up here, so we'll bring up Joe Botelho. Thanks so much. I'm Andrea Rodriguez. Thank you.
Show May 10th. Guys, we're almost done. This is your last comic. Guys, thank you for yourselves for sticking around. I read the name. You're Portuguese? Guys, headliner, Portuguese headliner. I brought this guy all the way from the Azores. Put your hands together for Manny Big Dick Mirando.
Hey, keep it going for Joe Botelho. Racially identifying me like my fucking high school. What's that dude you got? I'm totally going off tangent. This is what I had. I had, you're the dude who's in charge of you. You know, fucking guidance counselor. Yeah. I went for a grade 13 semester to do math. I didn't even do the math. I fucking, and my guidance counselor, I had a finance, which I did no other finance classes, and I couldn't get into the class, right? So I went to my guidance counselor, and he goes, well, there's not too many classes left over, but you look Spanish, I'll throw you in Spanish. And it was actually the best fucking class I've ever had for a grade 13 semester. So my name's Manny Miranda. I'm a mix of Portuguese and a few other stuff. Some questionable stuff in family heritage. But I'm from Cambridge, Ontario. I don't know if you guys know where that is, maybe, yeah. So actually on the way here, I was running a little bit late, mainly because I saw on the way here, outside of Allegiant, it said, fighting children's diabetes. And I'm like, fuck man, that's a good cause, helping out those 8-year-olds on Ozempic, right? And I got distracted because as soon as I turned the corner, I saw 2 veterans kicking the shit out of a fat kid. I guess they were fighting children's diabetes. I also had this realization the other day. If you get your girlfriend to dress as a cowgirl, does that mean you're into ranch dressing? Because then if you get her to dress in a toga, does that mean you're into Caesar dressing? But there's this weird thing, when I ask her to dress like my ex, I'm an asshole apparently. I don't know how that works. So I actually, the other day, I bought a sex swing. You guys can clap. But I bought it from a Mennonite furniture store. So it really was just a normal swing, but little did Jebediah know what I was going to fucking get with it. Is there any Mennonites here tonight? No? Okay, stay in the woods. I'm going to fucking make fun of you a little bit. Because, there's a lot of them, right? I don't know if you guys have noticed. There's a fucking lot of them. So it kind of got me thinking, do Mennonites have orgies? Oh, did they cut me out? What the fuck? Hello? Do Mennonites have orgies? I guess God didn't like that joke. But it kind of got me thinking, how you would get invited to a Mennonite orgy, right? Because imagine you're chilling at home watching Netflix, the WrestleMania, whatever you were watching the weekend, and then all you see, you hear a thunk, thunk, thunk at the door, and you're like, what is it, Scooby-Doo? Someone put a gargoyle arm on my door? And you go to the door, and there's a guy in a hooded cloak with a torch and a letter, and he just hands that, that little letter with the red wax seal on it. And you crack that open, and all it says is, "Come to ye old orgy." And I told that joke once at a show, and there's a guy in the crowd who was actually a half Mennonite, and he actually informed me that Mennonite orgies are also family reunions. So I could imagine the potlucks are probably fucking pretty good. So a lot of crazy shit going on. I won't take up too much of your time. I'll let you guys actually pick this. So you guys want to, I got 2 jokes you guys can pick. The World Athleticism bit or an RFK bit? What do you guys want? All right, I'll just do both then. Fuck you guys. Okay, so I don't know if anyone saw that the World Athleticism Committee, the committee for all athletes around the world, they're going to be instituting a test for female athletes to make sure they're not male transition to female and all that stuff. And I don't have anything against trans athletes at all. I just want to preface that. But they said that they're going to be instituting a cheek swab test. And I don't know if you guys remember during COVID that they, the SARS COVID test, they said that an anal swab was a more clear way of telling if you had the disease or not. So I could imagine you as a female athlete, you go into thinking it's going to be a drug test, and it's actually you leave as a member of the Me Too movement. All right, let me hear this RFK bit, and then I'll leave. I don't know if anyone saw that RFK is going to be starting a registry for diseases and all that stuff, and he's claiming that he's going to be tracking autism and all that stuff. And I know he said he's going to be doing it through medical documents and all that stuff. And it's not really that hard because all you have to really do is hang outside of a hobby store. And because what I do is to hide my little autistic hobbies. A girl comes over to my room or whatever, and there's I kind of hide it like Jeffrey Dahmer hid bodies, because she'll go into my house and she'll see Space Marines on my desk or whatever, and then she'll be like, "What is that?" I'll be like, "Just some gay shit." All right, my name is Manny Miranda. Have a good night, everyone.
All right, guys, I lied. There's one more. That's it. One more. Special surprise guest. This kid is a new comic. I would say this is the hottest rising star in Hamilton. Put your hands together for Sam. Hottest rising new star.
I like how in shape everybody is in Hamilton. It's crazy. A lot of flexibility. Every street corner you can walk by, you can see somebody just touching their toes, stretching their ankles, their creamy hamstrings, man. It's beautiful, actually. Oh, we're gonna start this one off. Anybody in here ever been molested as a kid? Yeah. We the people. If it makes you guys feel any better, I actually did get molested when I was a kid. Yeah, my parents enrolled me in a martial arts class when I was young, right? We had this teacher all these wise sayings to go by. And one of the most common sayings he had was to always expect the unexpected. Yeah, then he molested me. Pretty tough the way that goes. Real curveball coming at you, right? Because I thought originally he was going to show me, the proper martial arts technique, right? Something like that. Yeah, it turns out he just showed me doggy style, actually. I was like, holy shit. Didn't know the proper martial arts technique was to arch my back and put a sock in my mouth. That really switched things up for me, man. It was kind of tough. I was really tough myself about it for a while, because I was like, man, I don't know, why am I just beating myself up about this? I just can't get it through my head, right? How did I not see that one coming? But it got a little easier when I thought about it more, because I was well, I guess I did see him coming, so... Fuck. A lot of homeless people in Hamilton, yeah? Anybody here homeless? Yay. We the people. I actually have a solution for homeless people. Next time a homeless guy comes to your car and asks for money, instead of money, just give him dog food. And if he says no to the dog food, then he's not desperate enough to get the money. That's kind of the idea. Damn, dude. We're bombing here at a CFTA event. Hell yeah. That's what it's here for, man. I'm supposed to be up here for 3 minutes. The clock says 1 hour and 1 minute and 4 seconds, so I'm a little over my time here. Fuck me, dude. I don't have any socks on. Is that what these are? Fuck me, dude. I love Joe, man. He's a good host. He's cool, man. It's cool because he came up here with his hat forward. That was awesome. Then he switched it up, put his hat backwards at one point. And the whole time I'm just wondering if he knows that we know he's still bald. Great guy. He's a roofer with dental implants. Yeah, something really unique about a toothless roofer. Really cracking the mold there for the mouth guard. If you play sports or something like that, Joe, like, do you take the teeth out and then put the mouth guard in, or do you put the mouth guard over top of the dentures?
5 seconds.
That's my time, everybody. Cheers, man.
Thank you so much. It's been really fun. They do this every Thursday. Please support Center for Talking Arts. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys around. Bye.